Oh, how's everybody doing? This is my first time doing comedy. He was correct. I'm usually here for the open mic hip hop night. Tomorrow night, you're not going to see me there because I don't want to do it anymore. But it's nice coming to a comedy show without the ASPCA screwing up my mood. Like every time I'm watching Comedy Central, I'll be sitting down on my couch just, enjoying things like, white people do that, don't they? Yeah. And all of a sudden you just see the screen fade to black and you know what's coming and you don't want it to, but it does and you're really hoping it doesn't, but you're just watching and all of a sudden you just see in the eyes of the angel. And then friggin' whatever that chick's name is comes on and she's like, this dog right here has been kept in a sock drawer its entire life. He's like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm not saying dogs deserve to get abused and all that stuff. Like, I love dogs just as much as anybody else, but some of these dogs, they have it coming to them. Like, come on. Like, dogs, man's best friend? Really? If your best friend comes over and craps on your carpet, would you feed it? Because I wouldn't. I would not feed my best friend if he did that. But we baby dogs now. Dogs, when they were first made, they were made. When they were first created, they were made to eat other animals. That's what they do. That's what they have teeth for. They don't have teeth for no reason, right? So we baby them now. We give them sweaters. They have a natural sweater. Why would we give dogs sweaters? It doesn't make any sense. Like, we baby them now. I feel like pit bulls are the dogs that remember the tradition. Every time they like eat a baby or something, they look at all the other dogs and they're like, that's how we're supposed to be. Step your dog game up. Stupid. I feel like my dad got his parenting skills from watching dogs. Like, my dad tried to make me tough as crap. Like, all the time. He'd always yell at me about something. But he did have very good family tradition. Like, every time something happened, he'd always bring it to family first. Like, that was his phrase, like, family first. Like, I remember one time, me and my brother were walking down the street, and he looks over, and this is my brother, this is what type of person he is. He looks over and goes, see that kid over there? And I go, yeah. He goes, if you don't punch him in the face, I'm going to punch you in the face. And I'm like, I don't want you punching me in the face. I don't want to get hit. So I run over, sock the kid in the face, knock his glasses off. I go home, he calls the cops. I get that wrong. His dad's a cop. I punched the kid in the face, his dad's a cop. So his dad comes over and knocks on my door. He's like, open the door. Yeah, your son punched my son in the face. My dad's some like big guy. He's not fat, he's big. Like, he's chubby, I guess. Because fat is when your back hangs over your pants, but chubby is when your stomach just hangs over. But he answers the door and he's like, I'll take care of this. He's like, don't let it happen again. I don't punch hard, so the kid wasn't hurt, so he didn't care that much. But he takes me in the house, he sits me on the couch, like, sit right there, sit. I understand why you did it. Family first. I know, just don't do it again, unless he asks you to again. Family first. And so, like, my whole life growing up, I was like, yeah, family first, family's very important. So, like, I grew up, and as I grew up, I remember, like, my dad always saying family first, and so I was like, okay. And then I grew up, and I got more observant. And I realized my dad kicked my brother out of my house, changed our number so he didn't have to talk to his dad, and refuses to talk to his brother at all. And then I realized what it was is he's saying to me, I'm going to separate myself from everybody that I know, family first. But I really don't blame him for separating from his dad. His dad is really insane. When I was 13, he lives up in New York, so I went to New York to go visit him, and it was me and my brother, and we went there. He's one of those guys, I'm not gonna bash you if you believe in aliens and all that stuff, but he really believes in aliens. So he's like, you know what's gonna be really cool? I'm gonna take you guys to an alien meeting. So we get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have my camcorder with me. I got a new camcorder. I'm like, I'm going to New York, I need a camcorder. So I get my camcorder and I'm with him and we're in the car. And you go to this meeting of all these people just sitting in a big circle, like it's an AA meeting, and they're just like, this one guy, this is a true story. This guy goes, I was driving down the street the other day, and I look over to the side, and there's a blue thing. So I pull over, walk in the woods, follow it. I see a creek. I think, I'm gonna follow this creek. Follow the creek. I walk down, blue things hopping around everywhere. And I'm sitting there at 13, I'm just like, dude, that's an acid trip. That's not aliens. You have issues. But we had this meeting, and then we all decide, okay, well, I didn't decide, they decided, and I'm 13, I have to go. So they get in this car, all of us do, we go to this big field. Right? And I don't know what this field was for. There was no houses anywhere, but if you look, if you shine a light, there's dogs attached to dog houses, just barking at us. I'm like, what is this crap? But anyway, there's a dirt road, and we all line up against the road, and we get out of the car, and we're looking, and we wait like 10, 20 minutes, and the first light we see, we're looking at it, and everybody's flipping out, like, holy crap! So they all get out, they're all flipping out. This one lady, right next to me, this is what she does, this is her entire thing. She goes, are you seeing this? It turned into a plane! It's the most ridiculous thing. Thank you, everybody. That's my time. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Give it up for Ruben.
Yeah.
I did not call you Greg Gerardo. That was me.